Mics, check. Music cued, check. Presenters ready. Well, 2 out of 3's not bad. This is TigerTails Radio. Radio killed the video star.
How can this be?
Which radio? TigerTails Radio.
That's perfect.
Internet radio has never been so fuzzy.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another delightful, delectable, and otherwise entertaining episode of TigerTails Radio. I am TK, and on the sofa we have a Hedgington.
Hello, everybody.
Who's really quiet.
Fee.
Who's still really quiet.
Hello, everybody.
This is why we have mic tests.
Did you plug... Is your mic the right way around?
Yeah, that's the back.
Have you turned Hedgie on?
Yes.
Because I I can see my...
Yes. Talk to Brian from Motorboat. He said, "Look on."
Wow, you are really turned down low.
I can't even hear him.
I've plugged him in.
Have you?
Yes.
Lovely.
Have you turned up his gain?
Okay, it's fine.
Wow.
Keep talking.
His life is finally giving up the ghost.
Wouldn't surprise me. Everything else in this room has slowly died.
I'm going to turn off Phantom Power for a second, and we're going to just check a couple of connections here, boys and girls. Xavier and Hedgie will do interpretive dance in the meantime.
We're going to die. We're going to die. No.
Keep talking and nobody will explode.
We've never played that game on stream.
Good
We've never played that game.
Hooray!
Phantom Power is now on. Bouncy bars are bouncing.
Is it? Hello there.
Clearly he needed replugging.
There we go. Apparently Xavier didn't plug the mic in hard enough.
Did you turn it off and on again? Yes, I did.
It's all Xavier's fault.
No, because you were sat there faffing with your own volumes. So
Yes, apparently if I
You need
don't
to
plug in
be
the microphone,
turned up.
it doesn't work.
yeah, you need to be turned up a lot.
But yeah, Felix's mic, which is probably slowly dying of old age, is still
It's
working.
a similar age to mine, and mine still works fine.
Ah.
So I
Yeah.
do not accept the fact that that mic is dying. Sorry.
the newest mics.
That one is far more expensive than this one, so this one should die first.
Yeah. I mean, the age of the equipment in this room is old.
It's
Are you
combined,
referring to us as well?
Oh, we don't refer to our ages because
because that's not a big number we like to express.
we're women over a certain age, so we can't refer to we can't start talking about our ages.
Yeah, you don't ask us about our age. It's rude.
No. Cut us in half and start counting rings. That's how bad it is.
No one's counted my ring for ages.
We're in lockdown, so you know.
That's true. And Davey's got his own rings to count.
One.
Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, fuck off and die. in fire.
Yay! Sonic Adventure 2 is greatest game ever.
It's not.
I said no one in the world ever.
Gerard did. He did.
And he was wrong.
He was not wrong. He's the completionist. He's the man who completes.
He's the man who couldn't
Yeah.
complete Persona 5.
Completing a game is fine. I have completed games, but there are some games that should die in a fire.
There are some games I've completed and some games I've just finished.
Ah.
I can't even list the 8 games I've completed from back in the day because it's like memory loss now. It's like name games on PlayStation 1 that you've completed. Name games on PlayStation 1. There we
Games
go.
on PlayStation 1 have completed. Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually, it's like, can
wind
you
up the
actually
brain.
think of one? Yeah.
I can think of several, but it's like why?
I can't think of any I've completed. I can think of games I've finished. Oh no, wait, yes, no, I've got at least 2 I've completed.
Yeah?
Yeah, one of which you've
No,
actually
just one.
got
Just one, sorry.
Just
Platinum
one.
starred as well.
Yeah, Rapper the Rapper on PS1 I completed.
Yeah.
Jamalami I finished. And I would very nearly completed, but at some of the 2-player battle stages I can't get the cool rating on, so I can't claim to have completed the game. I'm sorry, yeah, can't claim to have completed the game.
Yeah, I think that's the hard part. It's like when you start saying completed, people go, "Oh, you 100%." It's like, have I finished the game and will I ever go back to it? Yes, I have finished the game. I will never go back to it. It's completed.
Yeah, no.
That's how it works.
I've not 100%ed Jamalami yet, despite the fact I really want to. I've got a very good save file though, so
We are season 12. We are episode
Episode
48.
48.
Yeah.
We only have a few episodes left.
Including this one.
Including
Because
this
I'm
one.
being inclusive here. We got 5 episodes left.
Five.
We
episodes.
are rapidly closing on one Christmas to the end of 2020.
Yay!
One
I was
of
going to
those,
say 1 the end of the season, 2 Christmas, 3 the end of 2020.
well,
Ah.
one of those things we're looking forward to, but may get cancelled.
1 Christmas.
Yes, I get to spend Christmas away from my family for once.
Hooray!
Just like every
Right.
other year.
That means you'll be
What?
here.
No, I have to
Boo!
go back to my family and spend it with them for a couple of days.
Oh no, the hardship. At least you can spend time with your mother.
My parents are
well,
self-shielding.
I mean,
so
you technically can still spend time with her. It's just she won't be much conversation.
Yeah, she was definitely more conversation previously. The Christmas haunting.
we are not playing Ouija.
It's like, I am the ghost of Christmas past, present and future. And by the way, I'm disappointed over the amount that you masturbate.
So yeah,
Actually, technically, the Ouija board doesn't actually contact the dead. It is merely a way of creating the illusion of actually contacting spirits, when in fact it's due to undulating,
Mute him.
uncontrollable motor
I want to see how he digs
skills
himself
which
out this
can-
hole.
Which uncontrollable motor skills
Not
which
with a
actually
shovel.
create the illusion of movement.
So yeah, Christmas is coming. So make sure you're buying your orders now
From Amazon.
from Amazon because
Fuck the little local retailers. 'Cause I saw a BBC News article today where they were all getting all pissy. Because it's like, oh, no one's buying in our stores because we're not allowed to open because of lockdown.
now
And it's like, yes, that's because you're classed as non-essential.
literally can't buy Christmas presents going to Amazon. What am I gonna get? Probably an Amazon gift card.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the amusing
What am I
thing.
gonna ask for? Probably an Amazon gift card.
Final Fantasy VII, please. The remake version.
I thought you already bought that.
No, I haven't.
No, I've bought that. I
yeah.
need to complete
I
it.
want the
Xavier has
disc
it.
ver-
Just
I-
basically use his.
I can't. He got the digital version.
digital version, and TK likes physical things in his body.
Yes, I want the actual discs.
Yeah. Whereas I just wanted to play it. And then I
Yeah.
started playing it and I went, I don't remember any of this. What the fuck's going on?
Spoilers, jeez.
I don't remember any of this. Oh, spoilers. It's fine.
Yeah, there's new shit.
TK,
It's kind of like going, oh, by the way, they released a new film and a new ending. Oh, spoilers.
have you completed 7 at all?
I got to Devil's Door.
So no, there we go.
So I'll know most of the Midgar section at least.
Oh yeah, because this one is Midgar, so
Yeah.
you'll enjoy the encounter with Hell House.
Oh, yes, I remember you that.
Yeah, and you'll enjoy the random pet in the sewer fight.
Can you pet the dogs?
You can pet the dogs, yeah.
Can you pet the
and
foxes?
Which means
You
you
can-
won't actually complete the game.
You can also enjoy the fight with the entirety of the fucking what was it, Rude and the rest of the guys. I can't remember the goddamn bloody group.
What, the
name.
Turks?
The Turks, yeah. Because they are. It's like, holy shit! I remember you from fucking
Crisis Core.
Crisis Core. This is awesome. Oh, fuck! You're actually competent now. Shit!
It's like, this is going to be an easy one. Oh, fart.
It's like Final Fantasy VII, incompetent. Final Fantasy Crisis Core, incompetent. Remake. I'm gonna kick your ass into next week. Hold on.
Where did you gain all these skills, you bastard?
It's like shit. It's like Kingdom Hearts, only they're good.
I liked Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is great until you realise at certain points the game goes, you know, wouldn't it be fun if we just cheesed the fuck out of this fight against you? No, it wouldn't. Well, here's the 13. Have fun. No.
Oh, what point did you find any of them
kill
difficult?
you.
Depends on what you had.
They were a piece of cake.
Fight.
The only other time Kingdom Hearts has ever been challenging is when it's given you Sephiroth.
Oh, no, that's just bullshit.
Yeah, that is
That
complete
was
bullshit.
just Kingdom Hearts 1. Here's Sephiroth.
And 2.
What do? You die.
Die, a lot.
Kingdom Hearts 2. Here's Sephiroth. Well, we're going to die. No, not straight away. Sorry.
We're going to let you look as if you might get at least one health bar off,
Yeah.
and then you'll die.
It's like one hit. You'll still
Aren't
got
they, aren't they just optional fights, though?
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
they are the optional
It's like
fights.
he's there, like, picking flowers and goes,
Yeah.
oh, hi there.
No, he's
I guess
not.
you want to fight.
He's not there picking flowers. Cloud's a fucking emo dick. Squall's a fucking emo dick. And Sephiroth's there going,
I'm sick of
Where
all
the-
these emo dicks.
where the fuck is everybody I want to fight? It's like, talk about the abridged version making Cloud into a complete emo. It's like Kingdom Hearts came along. Like, oh my
I
god!
still need to get the DLC for 3.
Is he in there? Is Cloud in there?
No, they got rid of the Final Fantasy guys.
Well, they come. Yeah, it's because they were being replaced by the Void End with you characters.
Yeah, because that's carrying on. But we might talk about that.
Yeah, we might go into that in the future. I need, like I said, I need to buy the DLC because apparently the Final Fantasy characters come back in it. So
Good.
because apparently there was too much uproar about the fact they were missing.
I liked them being in the
It's
game.
like, hey, you know this game that isn't Final Fantasy? You've taken the characters that weren't in it out of it.
Well, the thing was, it was a merging of Final Fantasy, Disney, and
Original content.
some original content, and much like other things that have done that well, because I can reference one very specific game that hasn't done it well.
Table number 2.
The one game that hasn't done it well was Sonic Forces, where I went, here's old Sonic, here's new Sonic, and here's your OG character that plays better, has all of the functionality that you like, but here's old Sonic. Fuck off!
His old Sonic, but his legs are crippled.
He's old Sonic, and then here's new Sonic. I just want to play my character.
They stuck that in there because basically the generation simps were like, you have to put classic Sonic in there. You have to put him in there. It's like,
Generation 6.
That's because they were hoping for Generations 2, not for whatever the fuck Forces was.
Forces was great.
Take
Forces
away
was
Sonic
great.
and Forces is fantastic. Put Sonic into it and suddenly it's a shit game. Explain that.
I loved Forces. Forces was great.
I completed Forces and I
Yeah.
absolutely
Oh no,
enjoyed-
Sonic has been kidnapped and he's being tortured! Oh wait, no, he's just being left in a cell and ignored. Okay, now he's just, well, there's all the threat gone.
If you actually want
Spoilers
to
for
blame-
every
if you
Sonic
want to
game
blame
ever, by the
for
way.
that is due to a clause that was put into the Sonic copyright when the cartoon was around. Because they basically said, in the first series of the Dark cartoon, Sonic cries a couple of times, and he doesn't do that, so we can't have that anymore. So basically in the cartoons, in the comics...
You don't need Sonic
stuff
to
like that,
cry for there to be somewhat more than... And you're trying to dress your game up as if there is a bit more than mild
Yeah,
peril.
but
You need to
can't-
actually give us
Apologies to
something a
viewers who
bit
was
more
expecting
than
content.
mild peril.
This is what
said You can't
happens.
show him as being
End of season. Rails. We're off them.
overpowered. He must be someone who basically cannot be taken down. So to show him basically like, oh god, would be like,
Okay,
oh no.
right. I am now going to bitch slap you with the fact that I've had to play these Sonic games. Sonic is an overpowered dickwad who has the ability to become supersonic because he's picked up rings that exist
Yeah.
because, and the Chaos Emeralds that exist
Yes.
because. But he cannot outrun a train. He cannot outrun the police. He cannot outrun a fucking rocket. He gets captured and put in a prison that he cannot get out of. Yet he can, however, bulldoze through blocks, concrete, fucking solid steel. He can run so fast to cause tornadoes. He can make the Flash have issues, but he can't deal with his stalker girlfriend. He has a bunch of friends who are complete antisocial assholes. No one likes any of them. Tails should die in a fire. Why Shadow? Why Silver? What the fuck is going on with Crystal Dynamic from Forces? Why can't we have our OG characters? Oh wait, porn? Sorry, have you seen what happens to just Sonic? Of course there's gonna be porn. But if I have an OG character, I can dress it up the way I like, give me a fucking Uber What's-It gadget, and suddenly the game is good.
Yeah, but besides that,
Besides those last 2D Sonic, fantastic. I cannot argue against that except for episode 4. Sorry, Sonic 4, episode 1
Sorry,
and 2.
Sonic 4 wasn't 2D Sonic.
Sonic,
Sonic 4 was 2.5D at best.
yeah. 3D Sonic, why the friends? What the fuck are you doing to Sonic when it's a case of he's really fast but he isn't? And then let's not talk about the actual gaming mechanics and levels where we'll entirely base massive amounts of this content over a death pit. Now, I played Sonic 1 with TK. I raged about the death pits. TK agreed with me. I then played fucking Sonic Adventure 2 with an entire level above a death pit.
and it's great.
It's shit. Fuck that level. I've seen speedrunners do crazy ass things and I will give them much applause, but sorry, fuck that level, those twitchy controls. And the level design that goes, hey look, it's a speed booster, we'll ramp you off the fucking level, so you die. But I hit the speed booster!
truth be told, there are other games that have done that and worse. So
Oh, there are.
it's not a.
That
it's
doesn't
not
make
an
it okay
isolated
for
incident.
Sonic to do it.
There are plenty of worse games. I do apologise if anyone's watching this. There are games that have done it worse. There are games that have done it better. The problem is, when we're talking about Sonic, is the massive inconsistencies that are generated with Sonic. This is
That's because Sonic Team don't know what to do with him. Because ever since they took him away from the lovely, safe, momentum-based 2D physics,
yeah.
they can't make him work.
Sonic-
But the community have made some
Mania.
amazing 3D
Sonic
physics-based
Mania,
games.
Fantastic. Sonic Forces, without Sonic and old Sonic, fantastic. I can give some of Generations credit. Mostly because it rips all the levels off of previous Sonic games.
See,
like-
Generations for me was amazing because mostly of the music and the fact that they didn't cock up 2D Sonic, well, classic Sonic,
Old Sonic.
too badly.
Yeah.
He was still cocked up because he was a 3D model.
Yeah.
And they don't seem to be able to give Sonic's 3D model the correct properties that they could give 2D Sonic. So
I don't worry
he
too
didn't
much
play
about
correctly,
that.
but he was close enough.
The physics is the thing that got me on every 3D one. It's like,
Yeah, or the lack
momentum.
thereof.
This is a thing that doesn't exist. I am travelling at 100 miles an hour and I will now roll into a ball and go half that speed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because you're not running. Downhill?
Yeah, I'm in a ball downhill. Every classic Sonic game teaches me that if I turn into a ball going down a hill, I will speed up.
Yep.
I do that in a 3D Sonic games and I grind to a halt faster than you can say super glue.
I hit a slight incline. My momentum is reduced dramatically. Sorry, Sonic 2. No, stop it.
Yeah, but
No,
besides that,
Oh, yeah, but I would love to have Sonic Adventure 3, which basically is a Sonic Adventure game where you do not play as any fucking Sonic friends. And you are
basically
the hero.
that was Sonic Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed, which I still haven't played.
It's
Sonic
great.
Unleashed, which was 50% an awesome game and 50% a laggy bug fest of shit.
Werehog, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Werehog levels are pretty good. They're challenging.
Yeah, but they're challenging not in so much as that there's deliberate difficulty built into the level.
We can forget Review of the Week at this point. Let's be honest, it's
Yeah.
Sonic Rant Day.
Sonic Unleashed is challenging in the way that, oh, I've suddenly got half the frame rate. My controls are suddenly exceptionally unresponsive. They want me to do blind leaps over death pits where the shadow thing that's supposed to indicate where you're about to land barely even works. The camera is atrocious. It decides it wants to wander off and go and do its shopping while you're trying to do pinpoint accurate jumps with a character who can barely move.
Yeah, but besides that,
Whereas Daytime Sonic is a joy to control. He's fast, he's efficient, he jumps when you ask him to, his momentum's a bit wonk, but you can forgive that because the rest of it flows. There's actual the flow to the gameplay.
Yeah, in terms of our week, it's mostly been filled with work.
We're bored and it's lockdown.
Stuff. And it's still lockdown, yeah. Shopping was a highlight in the rain. And we had an Uber driver who didn't understand the meaning of turn into driveway, so... It's like, turn into that driveway.
Drives past, what? What driveway? I've missed it. Yes, you have.
Lovely idea, Uber. Fantastic. It was like TK push button on phone, car appears. It was like, wow.
I know, right? I didn't have to speak to anyone until the car arrived.
Yeah, and then it was a case of, why the fuck have you gone past the pedestrian pickup point?
Yeah, that was the first worry. He was like, the meeting point we agreed, the one that's on the map that says here, not over around the corner. Did you miss?
It's like, and are you drinking? Because if you are,
Can
please
we have
give me Like, no, shopping wasn't even that bad. It was like Halloween is gone, Christmas stuff has now appeared. There obviously is not a fucking advent calendar in Costco. God knows how to fill up no money aside from the Kinder one, which didn't include the toys. In which case, fuck
What's
off.
the
no.
point? Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like go to Lidl's and it's like, yeah, it's a bit busier, but here, have this massive fucking advent calendar that is like Quality Street or Heroes. Is like, yeah, okay, I'm sold.
I want a Lego one.
I know you want a Lego one.
oh dear, again.
Yeah. Well, the last one was so good.
I like looking at those Lego ones and I go, that's really awesome. And then look at the prices and I go, that's why.
Yeah. Worth it. You get way more than 34 quid worth of Lego in it, so...
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we probably might need to expand the things, but I don't think we have the physical room to expand the shelves to put Lego on as well as everything else we've got. But we've already had the conversation. Could we move the studio equipment to a place where it's utilising the room? Yes, with custom furniture. That's as about because we would have to push it over a fireplace, push Hedgie further into the corner, push that studio.
I don't
into
think
the
you can move
corner.
me further into the corner.
Oh,
I'm in the corner.
with the right furniture, I could get that studio oh so lovely in that corner. It would be like pull out monitor. It's amazing the shit you can do with, I don't know, a bendy arm.
You mean like this?
I've got a setup upstairs where I can go, oh yes, this is fantastic. I've got these monitors that can move that never will. Never will again. But they're there, and the possibility of me moving them in the future is there.
Well, I could do with a bigger desk.
Although, yeah, a bigger desk would be nice.
I'm quite crammed in this little desk.
But that's the thing, is like if I could push it back, but it's custom furniture, because then it would be a case of monitors could be hung and moved, mics could be hung and moved, desks could be pulled out, pushed away. You know, it's like the idea of the bed that goes up into the wall.
Yeah.
It's like you never think that would be a good idea until you have to live in like a fucking one-room flat. It's like, nah, that's a stupid idea. Oh shit, my bed takes up half of my apartment room. Although this day and age, it's like, okay, I want to have PlayStation VR. Well, you're going to have to put it in the bedroom. I want a bed that folds.
I want a studio that folds.
Yeah, bit of a Sonic rant, guys. So, do we have any music? Because I think review of the week is, yeah, shit happened.
Yeah, shit happened. It was lockdown.
happened.
No one cared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end. Yeah, we got a song. I thought we'd go back to our roots a bit and play some The Clarity. Bless you.
So what?
I thought we'd play some of The Clarity.
Ah.
Yeah, Alex is a fan. Yeah, we haven't heard it for a long time, so thought we'd give it a shot. Why not? People with me. I mean, we started the show with the background music because I like Eternus and haven't heard it properly in ages. So I thought, oh, I'll play that. That'll be fun. And so I thought, well, why not play something else classic? So here it is. With The Priestess, it's The Clarity.
I don't even know you, but you know where I have stood. At this particular moment, I know you'd help me if you could. What I need isn't simple. I'd ask what I should do. I know you have all the answers, don't you? 'Cause I'm still years off you. And so I'll play this in my desperation. I'm on my knees, I've lost my pride. The answer you give could save me from desolation. Tell me the grass isn't greener on the other side. You are my apple, made from mystic glass. You are my promise, future from the past. I would ask you a million things if only you'd respond in turn. But the first thing that I would ask is, how much have you learned? And it's uncertainty that wrecks my brain. You thought it before, and I know you know it will. Will there be a time when I can't think again? The very existence shows that time will tell.
We've now reached the audience participation portion of the show. It's game time.
Yeah, it's game time. It is time where we play some games of the Jackbox variety.
Yeah.
This means you want me to flick it over to the Jackbox games now, doesn't it?
Yes, because our ugly faces are being faded out. Oh, it's not Halloween, by the way, but yes,
I'm sure we'll be around to play this in other days.
we have done. But it's going to be a chilled day today, he
Yeah.
says, as he's pulling out the flu fucking stuff already, because it's like, hey, you want a cold or flu or shit as well, don't you? Yeah, have fun with that.
So, if you're out there in internet land, you can use the room code IITW. If you go to jackbox.tv, give yourself a funny name, and put in the room code, and come join us for a game of Trivia Murder Party.
Jackbox.tv.
That's the URL. With the room code of IITW. Indigo, Indigo, Tango, Whiskey. So we have myself, we have Magic Hedgie, we have Jason.
Voorhees.
I bet you couldn't spell Voorhees.
So it's a multi-meme.
It's a what?
It's a multi-meme. It's like Halloween-style meme and also gaming-style meme, because Jay...
Jason!
Fuck that game.
Press X to Jason.
What game?
Oh! You do not
Oh,
recall...
Friday the 13th.
No, not Friday the 13th. You do not recall the fun that is the multi-layered games that came
Xavier
from
can't remember the name of the
Fahrenheit
game.
14 or whatever it was.
Are you trying to say Heavy Rain
Heavy
by any
Rain.
chance?
Oh, yes.
And press X to Jason!
Never actually played it.
Jason!
I never actually played it.
Played the demos, played the sequel, some of them, played the prequel a little bit, but my god, once you've played one of David Cage's
What was
movie
the
Played them all.
games-
They're not direct sequels, they're same
Well,
Same
system.
game style.
Yeah.
you could effectively call them sequels for the gameplay, the bizarreness, the universe,
Yeah, but none of the characters are ever connected.
aside from supernatural bullshittery and, you know, it's like, sorry, Dual Souls, I just want to burn you in fire.
The game that plays itself.
Oh god. And then we had Detroit being human.
Oh, yes.
It's like Become Human.
Become human, where you
Yeah.
don't actually become human, but you do get pissed off at the forced decisions pushed upon you. It's like, I want to play as an evil person. Wait, why are these choices not considered evil? This makes no sense.
You do not get to make the choice you want to make. Whereas other games like the... Oh, what was the game that we played half on the phones, half on the PS4?
Uno.
No, it
Same
was-
idea.
It was the bullshittery that
The
existed.
mystery, the murder mystery
Oh,
game.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't remember. It was like you're a police chief or
Yeah,
something.
and you had to go around and do
Yes.
things, and
Yeah.
there
I
was...
don't remember what that was called. It was interesting, though.
It was interesting. I quite enjoyed it.
I don't think we're
on
going to
the
get
shelf,
many
isn't it?
today.
Is that on the shelf that I get the digital version?
No idea. If it was you, you would have got the regular version.
Not necessarily. Some games would have been able to get digital.
November, I think, is the time when everyone's like off.
That would explain the smell.
I mean, to be honest, stuff that did like
Hidden Agenda, that was it.
good evil. I liked it with Mass Effect because it was like Paragon Renegade, but you still progressed. It was like, yeah, I'm an asshole, but I'm fighting on the side of good.
So you're a good asshole.
Yeah, as
makes
opposed
sense.
to I am chaotic evil. Whereupon it was like, why have you burnt this village down? Reasons?
Yes.
Raisins, the chocolate chew.
It's like my experience. I don't talk to my experience. I murder it.
Gage has already said that he wouldn't be there tonight, so...
Yeah.
And then he sent us the link to the news report of the chlorine gas attack that happened at one of the American Furrycons.
Way back in the day.
One that we had with 3-frame LCD games.
Yep. I think we may just have to do a chill game with just the people in the studio.
A mini
mini
murder
game.
party.
And then maybe
It's like,
we can have a look at a different
Shades
one.
is apparently online, but
Yeah, he's playing Dota.
Which means his attention will be entirely focused on clicking heads.
There's an innuendo there, I swear.
Dota is Day of the Anarchist.
It's basically Day of the Tentacle, but misspelled.
Dawn of the Ancients,
Oh,
which was a Warcraft 3
that old?
mod.
Oh, we know how to play, don't we?
right. Yes.
Yes, we know how to play.
Bye.
I've played this many times.
We could pull out a different Jackbox game, but if it's just the three of us for entertainment's sake.
Wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night, voted most painful quiz show 7 straight years. But it's also just stupid fun. You'll love it or my name isn't... Whoops! Almost broke the first rule of nameless serial killers there. I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia
Right, we
questions.
never rules something, so...
You don't have time for rules. You're in a hurry to die. Let's go.
Well, yeah, because we're going to have one death and straight into fucking...
Actually,
Okay,
two.
first question. Tom Hanks has a son who's a rapper. What's his stage name?
Eminem!
Use your device to answer the question.
I have no idea. I'm going to go with that one. It sounds silly.
Yeah. I have just picked random thing.
And the correct answer is... Who got
Wow.
the question right?
We did!
Which leaves only you. Let's go someplace fun.
Hedge, you're going someplace fun.
Welcome to the killing floor.
It's a dead world after all.
Let's multiply
Hey.
the
Oh,
fun
God,
and do some basic
not
math
now.
questions. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out.
Yeah.
All the other players will be playing along too. And if any of them do better than you, it'll be bad.
This will be interesting.
Let's go. Math, 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 math.
Shut the fuck up!
4, 6, 3, 10, 93.
I hadn't realised how annoying he was.
Isn't that so annoying?
So at least he knows.
Make the most of your limited math time.
I used to have just the headphones in, so I never actually noticed.
Well, you've won this round.
Yeah, I decided not to go too heavily because it stretched the game out a
Here's
bit.
how everyone's doing so far. But also know that who you are as a person is just as important. Let's try this again. How many bones are in your body?
Oh,
Assuming
Christ.
you've got, you know, the standard number of bones.
I know this one because I paid attention in science class.
Who said
I never learnt this one.
this one?
No one did!
I thought it was
Wrong.
226.
I have a
I
surprise
thought
for you.
216.
Welcome back
I
to
went
the
for the
killing
highest number
floor.
because logic.
Please take off your shoes. Let's play the finger cutting game. If you've got a
Okay.
hangnail, now's the perfect time to take care of it. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. End
Everyone
of
pick
instructions.
4, because then we know what the answer to the next question will be.
Commence cutting.
I'm going eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Thanks for the finger food. No, I'm kidding. I don't eat them. I know where they've been. Here's
$33
scoreboard
though.
again.
Yeah.
I
Your
feel like
finger's
you're
on
getting the
online.
basic pattern of the game now. How about this? Now for a question about my favorite supplier of fishing waders. What does the LL stand for in LL Bean?
What's LL Bean?
I don't know what LL Bean is.
Is it another rapper?
I have a horrible feeling it's something called
And the correct answer is this one.
I couldn't go for that one.
No, I had a horrible feeling it was the one
Let's play a
TK
game.
took off.
Let's work on your vocabulary. Use letters to spell the longest
Oh,
word you
fuck,
can before
God.
time runs out. I
Math
do this
and
all the
spelling.
time.
What is
love
this,
this
Oh, and
school?
all these other players get to play along too.
Fucking
and if any of them
school.
spell a longer
Love
word
this.
than you will be punished. Word
Arse.
time, go.
There we go.
By the way, the letters don't have to be touching.
Oh,
Don't forget
we don't
to
have
press
S's.
submit when you're done.
They have one.
Ooh, let's see what you
How
did
many
there.
people found that word?
Let's see if anyone beat you.
Well,
Dang it, I was really
we did.
looking forward to killing you. Maybe next time.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
the fact it literally was spelled on the board.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Fucking hell.
Let's try another one. What's the commonly used scientific term for belly button lint?
Stomach fluff. Shit.
I'm guessing it's got the word navel in it.
Yeah. I'm guessing I know which one it is.
Who picked this?
Oh no! Really?
I couldn't because I didn't have that
Wrong.
finger.
Let's play a
I
game.
did, but I thought it was a bluff. Yeah.
Let's test your memory.
Oh, Jesus.
Memorize the pattern. Alright, let's put these away. Okay, we have a little bit of time to fill, so let me read you an excerpt from an interview Gary Sinise gave on the Tavis Smiley Show in 2011. His take on CSI New York. I have lots of friends who are wonderful actors. They like to be in my shoes, so I'm just gonna keep enjoying it. Okay, now back to the game. From left to right, what was the order of the weapons?
Okay.
I hate to be one of those modern parents with impossible standards, but if you get one wrong, you die. This was the pattern, you silly gooses. How did you do? Oh, you're so
Wow,
smart.
we all could organise based on weapon shape. Be scared, guys. Be scared.
I've got more questions for
This is
you.
going on a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Who is prisoner 24601?
Oh, fuck.
I know who it wasn't.
Shit.
It wasn't Stitch.
Shit. Shit. Shit.
And the correct answer is this.
Jean Valjean.
I had the finger!
Yep.
The rest of you, prepare for your punishment.
That is, Les
Fight,
Miserables.
fight. You can attack someone else.
Take the money, TK.
You can defend yourself.
I can't.
Or you could
I'm
grab
not in the
some
game.
money.
Oh, yeah.
And if no one gets
I got the
hurt,
question
I will
right.
still punish someone.
So, yeah, do you
Time to
think
battle for
I will
my
grab the money?
amusing.
Do you think
So,
I will
you know,
defend
try to
myself?
do
Do you think
something
I will
amusing.
attack you?
Either way, someone's got to get attacked, or you both die.
There we go.
I am tingling all over. Very good. Where were those survival instincts when I kidnapped you? Ugh, you can't even kill someone right. You'll pay for this.
I'm the first one to die. But I still have all my fingers.
Finally. No,
There's
you
no
lost
hard
one.
way to
Yeah,
say it.
now I got it back.
I killed
Okay.
you and now you're a ghost. But keep playing and I promise you can still win. Even death doesn't get you out of Trivia Murder Party.
Now I get my finger back.
You have the opportunity to earn
Quick shout out
points.
to all my dead people. Looking good. Next question. Which Wes Anderson film does not feature Owen Wilson?
Oh, fuck.
There was a Wes Anderson film that didn't feature Owen Wilson?
Yeah. Thanks, game.
I went for blind guess.
Who picked this?
I did. That was lucky.
One of you is still alive. I have a surprise for you.
Is it the Wheel of Death?
Yay, the wheel of bullshit.
Let's play
Aw.
a dice
Oh,
game.
Christ.
I'll go first. Whoa. Now I need an assistant. You'll do. In order to live, should they roll higher or lower? You can make it as
Well-
hard or... Okay, your part is done. Thank you. Roll lower than me or you die. Good thing you were only gambling with your life. The whittling down to just one player has finally come to fruition. Let's do this. Glad to see you've made it here alive. But
Yeah,
can
I'm
you
alive.
escape with your body?
No!
I'm going to give you a category. New York
It
City
is heavyweights
neighborhoods.
for the
Tap on each answer that fits and press
Bones
submit.
fall off.
Let's see the right answers.
For the ghosts, if they
Okay.
get the
You move
answers.
forward
That's the
one
thing.
space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question.
This next bit gets
If
stupid
ghosts get a
loud,
third
so
choice to
I'm
help
just going
them
to turn it
catch
down a
up to
bit.
you.
Does it get super loud?
Yes.
lose.
But we're gaining. We are gaining.
Red wine.
Did everyone get their wine? No.
Yep. I'm not a drinker.
Can you stay out of the shadows?
The voice is quiet, but the
Yeah, the music's really
background
loud. Oh shit. I've no idea. Oh, never mind.
Uh-oh, that ghost is gonna get you.
Now I just want to be just behind the leader until the last question.
Dinosaurs.
Never mind.
People, huh?
Xavier steals the body.
Escape before the others catch you.
Now it gets silly.
Now he loses the extra questions.
Caribbean nations.
Go on, pick the middle one. You all know you want to.
So much blood. Robert De Niro films. Another life swap.
Xavier is back in the lead.
Not that it matters.
Numbers.
Fuck off, game. No.
God. Oh.
No, TK's back in the lead. 'cause
Someone
of
knew his
bullshit.
prime numbers.
This 7 habits of highly effective people.
Ah, balls. Completely wrong.
Point based.
Character classes in Dungeons and Dragons.
You got no excuse not to win now, Pete.
You've got no excuse not to actually fucking win that one either.
I'm going to have to punish my writers.
Now we lose. TK has to get wrong answers.
Candy bars with nougat.
Yeah, this is irrelevant now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
I
matter.
get one of them. Oh, balls.
Fuck off! Not one of them had nugget.
Yes.
No, one of them had nougat in it. I went all or nothing. Turned out nothing.
This is why liking American candy is a good thing to know, because it allows you to win, and I am the one who wins.
This is why the sequel to this game was better, because you couldn't have
We
that
haven't
cheesy
played it.
bullshit. No, because 2 doesn't like people.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to play an online game? Fuck off.
We cannot connect to Jackbox server because reasons.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Back in the studio.
Hello. I am Nergy.
It's a very quiet day today. There's nobody in Discord going. Hello.
It's the end of a season. We peak and valley in so many different ways. Normally it's like start of the season, people will go, oh, TigerTails radio's on. And then a couple of weeks in, it's a case of, hello!
Pecan Valley. It sounds like a place where nuts are served in great quantities.
That describes the TigerTails radio studio. Studio
Filled with nuts.
D? We are D.
Yes, the Studio D.
This is Studio D. We don't have a sign for that. That would require
Money.
paying people.
It requires money, which we don't have. So
Well, we have money. It's requiring the
yourself.
spending of it.
if we had money, I'd buy more jingles. Yeah, new jingles.
Jingles.
Refreshed jingles. But we don't, so I can't.
Oh, well, we've got Christmas coming, so yeah.
Christmas is coming. Get your coat.
Yeah, I think maybe grab a different Jackbox game, because from the look of it, we are doing a host show.
Yes.
A host show, that's fine.
I can
The
tolerate that.
podcast gets nice traffic, so
Yeah, weirdly.
Really? Wow.
Compared to the live show, yeah.
we are a podcast. We have traditionally been a podcast. Even I...
Traditionally, we've been a live show.
Yeah.
Because we used to broadcast on Shoutcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before Shoutcast disappeared because it became vastly inferior to other streaming services.
Yeah. But
So-
we've always had the link for a podcast, the ability to download everything.
No, we haven't, because in season 1 and most of season 2, we didn't have the ability to record the podcast.
Yeah.
We were live only. If you missed it, tough. It's only more recently that podcasting has been available.
Maybe
and-
we should upload to Spotify.
Don't. I've been looking at different media as opposed to YouTube, because it's like we stream on YouTube.
Stop that.
We stream on YouTube, so it's not the best platform. And I've said this to YouTube in a survey. It's not a good platform for streaming.
It's not a good platform full stop, really.
It's not a good platform for streaming. Now, you could say, oh yeah, well, other people do. The main reason they can get away with streaming on YouTube is because usually they've got viewers and they can advertise to enough of those viewers to make streaming viable. But trying to find streamers on YouTube and trying to build a platform of live streaming on YouTube, especially for like podcast format, not ideal. I mean, something like Summer Games Done Quick, Winter Games Done Quick.
Well, they stream on Twitch.
Yeah, they'll stream on Twitch, but that could be gotten away with on YouTube because it's easier to like schedule and block book stuff off. Things like the conventions, even though for some reason the people who've been organising things like PAX and all of the other conventions have failed entirely to attract anyone by a shocking amount. But it's easier to be able to attract that because you can have a web page with all the stuff on and you tie it in easier to YouTube. Twitch, however, is a live streaming platform, one of which there are a few others. And it is easier to locate people because you drop yourself to a directory, and so long as you're then getting viewers, you'll go up in the directory.
Yeah.
And your visibility increases. And suddenly it's a case of a person who's just going, well, I don't know, I just want to stream some retro games. A few people go, oh, that seems interesting. I would like to see what that game is like.
Yeah.
And suddenly the numbers grow up. This is why Twitch is often shown as a very good indicator of how games are being received, because people will go onto Twitch to watch people play it, watch the big streamers play it. This is what I'm fully expecting when Cyberpunk 2077 hits,
Oh yes.
or 2770 or whatever the number is.
2077.
Yeah, because it will be a case of, and here is the Twitch page for Cyberpunk. Where's anything else? Here is the Twitch
page
page
for
for Cyberpunk. League of Legends is there somewhere. Like, seriously, everyone is going to be playing.
Oh, there is a tiny corner in the back there playing Hearthstone still.
Probably, yeah. But that's
Why is this game going to be? Why is everyone hyping it up so?
CD Projekt Red, which are the guys who did Witcher series.
Oh yeah.
Whilst 1 was a bit jank, it got a massive following and it was quite good. 2 improved, also had a good following, had DLC that actually people liked. 3 took off in a big way because it went further to improve the control stuff, and they, as a company, have generally been not Google. It comes to a thing when you can now say, for a good company, you have to be not like Google. So they've got a good amount of positive vibe behind them for a lot of their stuff, even though it has been delayed. But then we're in a pandemic, people. What the fuck do you think they're doing right now? But they've got a lot of good vibes behind them, so everyone's expecting the game to be good. What we've seen has been good, and when people have gone, but my feelings, they've just gone, it's a game.
Deal with it. It's not reality. Deal with it.
But Miles Morales should hate the police. His dad is a policeman. What?
Are you Dad?
Who the heck was saying that?
Twitter.
Basically, find anyone who thinks they have a valid opinion on the internet about comic books, but also then political. And it's like, oh, but you must be representative of the real world. And I'm sitting there going, he gets bitten by a radioactive spider and swings through the state of New York. People in New York City, in Marvel Universe, have bigger problems than politics. It's a case of, right, what's going to happen today? Well, let me check the how fucked is New York due to villain activity today page. Oh yeah, Dr. Doom's having a strop downtown.
You know, Daredevil swinging around versus Kingpin hoodlums. Oh wait, there's that guy called Hammerhead who's running around through buildings. Oh yeah, and the Rhino.
Rhino,
yeah, there's
yes.
the Rhino. And of course, if we want our newspaper, then we have to save it from the Scorpion because he's going after Joe Jameson. And heaven forbid what happens in the Fantastic Four tower that's based in New York City. You know, the one that can open portals to the nth dimension. You know, oh, and there's Doctor Strange who lives in New York. So what the fuck comes through in and out of that? It's like, hey, do you want to live in New York in Marvel Universe? No, I want to live in Greenland. Why? There are no fucking superheroes in Greenland. It's like,
But there is a lot of snow.
there's a lot. I'd love that. It'd be like, why are you here? Because there's a lot of snow and no super villains. But you know what would happen? It would be literally a case of, I'm really loving this. Why the fuck are you here, Victor Von Doom? There's a lot of snow. I came here to get away from you. I like snow. Fuck.
I'm moving to the desert.
That's the thing. It's like everyone bitches about, oh, it needs politics, when really it's a case of, I would like to have an apartment block that is not destroyed every time someone throws a hissy fit. I want to walk along a street.
Well,
and not
it'll
have
say this.
spiderwebs
Now it
fall
sounds
on
like
me.
you're talking about Portland.
Yeah, it's like the common complaint of a Marvel citizen is a case of, yeah, well, my rent's gone up because they've had to rebuild the building 3 times. You know,
I don't have personal possessions, and I can't afford insurance anymore.
It's like we complain about the National Health Service we're not having a National Health Service in America, but let's be honest, who can replace tentacles you have for an arm with an actual arm after a dimensional alien force comes through and decides to do shopping? But to be fair, now I can do the work of 8 people.
For the pay of
But
one.
still get paid for one.
On that note, Hedgie wants us to play a song.
There is a song.
There is a song.
Well, there are apologies for
What
the song.
song when nobody's going to hear it?
This song.
God
You
damn
chose
it.
to be on this show, Hedge.
Yeah, I know.
You picked the episode.
That's the
Well,
one.
we can play it on in next series.
Next series. Next
It's only
series.
6 episodes later.
Next series where suddenly there is a plot twist and Hedgie is dead.
You say plot twist. What he really means is Xavier killed him. If Hedgie doesn't appear in season 13, you know why.
The unlucky.
Get the police. We'll need help. So on that note, this is one pen from Hedgie's own mouth.
Hey!
And it's called Magic.
Magic isn't something which just happens to be. It needs a certain someone who knows reality. A spell, a curse, a potion might stop your enemy, but they'll never give you the closure that you need. You can choose to fight them or maybe just ignore. You'll never win the battle if you hide behind the door. Love can be mistaken for a knife into your heart. Keep your friendships closer lest you be apart. Magic's just a power, it's not what you're inside. You control the reins of the unicorn you ride. The one is just for focus, the mind is your soul. Stop the light becoming a dead and dark black hole. Fight away the demons that climb inside your head. They'll keep trying to turn you until the day you're dead. It never will be easy, but that's the price you pay for having the power to shoot fire at your prey. Your strength is not a measure of what you cannot do. The choices that you're making when people slander you. You can use your power and blast them to the sky, or choose to walk away and take your Mythos for a ride. Magic's just a power, it's not what you're inside. You control the reins of the unicorn you ride. The one is just for focus, the mind is your soul. Stop the light becoming a dead and dark black hole. control the reins of the unicorn you ride. The world is just for focus, the mind is of your soul. Stop the light becoming a dead and dark black hole. Magic's just a power, it's not what you're inside. You control the reins of the unicorn you ride. The world is just for focus, the mind is of your soul. Stop the light becoming a dead and dark black hole.
You're listening to TigerTails Radio, abusing our internet privileges since 2004.
And that was magic.
Yay!
Magic. Doo-doo-doo.
Best song I've ever written.
If you want to see Hedgie songs, you can indeed go to his channel at Shilling for some guy in grey hair to my right.
Double Hedge Studios on YouTube.
It is linked to in the featured
thing,
channel section.
Yeah, in this section somewhere on the web page on the internet. Let me check. Is it actually subjected?
Yeah, it should be still linked in the featured channels.
Some music provided by NCS. Some
That's
music.
last week's show.
Okay.
Wait.
We've
we're
not
broadcasting with yesterday
updated
with last
the
week's
description.
notes.
We've not updated the description.
We're broadcasting with last week's notes.
Yeah, not updated the description.
Oh, they're fixed permanently.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine.
And they're not necessarily untrue. We've still got one more
Yeah.
song to play.
But potentially there will be an advert for Hedgie Song somewhere on the internet.
They'll be
So
on the-
my
they'll be on
statement
the-
is true.
They'll be on the main website of tigertailsradio.co.uk. But if you look in the YouTube channel, you'll see there's a featured channel section on the main YouTube page for Tiger Tails Radio.
Yeah.
And he's got his channel linked in the featured channels.
I do, yes.
Speaking of shilling, yes, this is TigerTails Radio. For everyone who is watching and or listening later on the podcasts, we do shows Mondays at 8:30. We do Jackbox games around about 9 o'clock. All of this is GMT English time.
Or BST for in summer, which we're not at the moment, so it's
No.
GMT still.
Yeah, so we do the regular show. We are coming to the end of this season. When we start up next season, we will be announcing on our website, which you can find at tigertailsradio.co.uk, as well as the YouTube and on the Twitter. We have a sister site called TigerTails Gaming that does a lot of gaming related stuff, shockingly.
If Xavier ever updates it to include all the streams.
You can find us on tigertailsgaming.co.uk as well as on YouTube, and we do have streams live on Fridays of games that kick my ass around about 8:30, and then over the weekend, depending on whether or not real life is interfering, Stream and Chill, where currently I am working my way through Vagrant Story. Feel free to come in and drop in and maybe comment and maybe I'll see. We'll see how things go with those ones, but it's good fun. I'm really enjoying those streams. It is a nice chill Saturday session. You got to realise it's like the weekends. It's like now, like okay, we've done the shopping, shut the shopping away. Crappy weather outside.
Yes.
Some real life stuff that has to be done or has been done, and it's like okay, sit down, relax.
And chill.
And chill with a JRPG game that frustrates the fuck out of me.
That's how you chill.
That's
yes.
how we chill, yes.
I am so angry at the world, I will play something that makes me get angry at a game instead.
I played and completed God of War 1. So, you know.
Enough said.
Enough said. I've played and
Speaking of games,
completed Sonic Adventure.
Without making him roll over or speak,
Oh, God.
you'll spoil him.
Espionage.
yes, it's time for some espionage. So, go to jackbox.tv and enter your room code of EHGN, that's Echo Hotel Golf November.
And of course, TK is the dog.
I'm the doggy.
The woof woof.
Reminder to all
German
of you
Shepherd.
that once you attach a piece
HGN.
of surveillance equipment below your wings, you are free to keep it or burn it. Please do not return it to my desk.
So, 5 holes to fill. Does anybody want to fill those holes?
Well, let's see if there are any more people who are watching. Maybe have been late.
Probably not.
Well, we'll see. We'll give them a little bit of chance because we do Jackbox games
call me back at the field
from 9 o'clock whilst the game is talking in the
Agent
background.
Oh, we have an Eric Fish.
Hey.
Eric Fish.
What? Why do you refer to yourself
So
as
you just need to
Agent
pick an
Warren?
avatar
Because
because the
it's my
game
First
insists.
name. So Doing the whole one name thing like Madonna.
Hey.
Lunch plan.
It is the Eagles. So we've got 4 holes to fill. Does anybody want to fill the holes?
And last week, because I've known you for 7 years.
We also haven't seen Echo for a
Have
while.
you?
We haven't.
Yeah.
I need to keep poking
right
him.
there on your desk. Is it?
I see what I'm
Well, I
talking
think
So
he's being
annoying.
poked by Spark.
Am I?
about. Well. Right, I'm going to start the game then.
Okay.
If anybody else wants to play, they can join the audience.
Yeah.
We are espionage.
Just get espionage o'clock.
Here at the government, we are constantly watching everything. Like when you put an empty milk jug back into the fridge because throwing it away seemed like too much effort. It all gets
Yeah,
stored
Hedge.
and cataloged for government use, but here we use it to play... Espionage! Here we go! Who's up first?
Me for once.
Let's see if this one pushes any buttons.
Lifts.
I love that they have to put a display saying...
What percentage of people will not say anything to strangers in elevators unless the strangers speak first? Give it your best guess. You get more points the closer you come to the actual percentage.
I would say high.
67%.
Yeah.
Everyone else, now it's your turn. Do you think the correct answer is higher or lower? Breathe it in.
So, higher or lower than 67%?
Everyone says higher except for one of you. Okay, right answer is...
Whoa!
78%!
I was close.
That was a respectable guess.
It's hard because this is very much you walk into a person's
Who said
private
higher?
space, personal
Yes.
space.
Nice job. I've got some points for you.
Yeah.
And it's bad enough having a conversation with someone you know in an
Okay,
elevator,
who's
let
up
alone
next?
someone you don't know.
This is why I like headphones. Headphones are great.
Ooh, this is gonna be good.
Ooh. Mariachi music. Irritation levels.
When a mariachi band suddenly appears, what percentage of people are more annoyed than anything else?
I'm gonna go people who are in Mexico, a Mexico restaurant, and suddenly go, what the fuck this is?
Okay, higher or lower?
45.
It's not a case of how many people are annoyed, it's how many will be admitting to being annoyed.
But if it's anonymous, you know, people don't have to worry about that.
I'm going to buck the trend.
You're in Mexico,
Just
a
one of you
Mexican
is saying
restaurant.
higher.
What do you think's gonna
Surveil
happen?
says...
Yes.
That's
Excellent answer.
5%,
Points for
that's
you.
2,500.
I would love to
got it
actually
right.
be able to see mariachi
Yes.
band play.
Here's your points.
A proper one. That would be nice.
Yes.
Who's next?
It's me.
I'm going to search for...
Ooh.
Searching for Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi found.
What percentage of people have created jokey names for their home Wi-Fi networks?
I've got a number in my head for this, so...
Yeah, out of the people I know, there are several.
70%.
I'm going to say 70%.
Okay, higher or lower?
Lower than that, because unfortunately that does require technical know-how.
I was thinking about 35.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the right answer.
There's a number.
Oh.
46%.
Oh, I was
My
close!
personal favorite
close,
is
yeah.
go f yourself, Uncle Sam. Much appreciated.
You got to take it to technical know-how as well, because the number of people who don't know how to
see, you
adjust
got
their
it right.
Wi-Fi
Ooh, points for
password.
you. Next up.
Finally.
Yes.
SSIDs be
Oh,
complicated,
here's one
Joel.
we've been especially interested in. Don't ask why.
Frisbee.
Frisbee.
Oh.
What percentage of people are excellent frisbee throwers?
Ooh. Well, people who actually play professional ultimate frisbee, yes. People who have dogs.
20%.
No.
Everyone else, higher or lower?
People who have dogs are not excellent frisbee throwers. Probably is higher, but I don't think
Probably
it's
at least
high.
25%.
Eric is having a think. And gone higher.
Unanimous
At least
again.
25.
Okay, let's see the right answer.
Okay.
Whoa!
9%. Sounds about right. If I have to pick one more frisbee out of my potato salad at the park,
Wow.
When Ultimate Frisbee was a thing, I spent a
Nice.
good chunk of
No one
time
guessed
looking
correctly.
at all the ways that you could throw, and it's shocking how bad you can be if you don't even know the
that's
basics.
it for round one. Let's
I
take a
am
look at the
at the bottom.
scores.
Cat cam.
Breathe it in.
Cat cam.
Yes.
Cat cam.
Time for round two. let's start with you.
Me.
Doggo first.
All right, Surveillance Pro, what do you have for this?
Ooh, of the month.
Oh dear.
The month.
As in book of the month.
What percentage of people currently belong to at least one of the month club?
Well, there's chocolate of the month,
There's coffee, tea,
wine of the month.
music, song, knitting pattern.
Got it.
Dance.
33%.
Yeah.
In round 2, you
Dance
can
of
now
the month.
guess
That's
much
TikTok,
higher or
dude.
much lower. Pick one of those if you think the answer is off by 50%
Musically
or
too.
more. If you're correct, you're Mama's little angel. You get double the points.
If it was in this day and age, I would say much higher, but I will say higher,
Breathe
because
it
I think
in.
it's closer to 50%.
I'm going to go much
Just
higher.
one
'cause I think
person
there's
says
people
lower.
that go
And
for
A nice
Surveillance
spread there.
they
says
can't be bothered to actually cut them off.
Oh,
17%. Because regret is a feeling that should be felt at least 12 times a year.
16% lower.
Eric Fish got points.
Yes.
Got it right. Well done. You get points.
Yeah.
well in the lead.
I am well done.
Okay, who's up next?
It's Eric.
Okay, computer, what do you have for this one?
Also pay subscription. Gym membership.
What percentage of people allow their credit cards to be charged for services they no longer use because they are too lazy to cancel them?
The Friends episode about this was not unrealistic.
Everyone pick higher or lower.
I want a match. I want a match. I don't want to vote.
I'm going to go for I'm gonna gamble.
Breathe it in. Just one
I'm
person
gonna say
says lower.
higher.
And the correct answer is
Oh,
27%.
Point to
I
me.
can't quit you, Entertainment Weekly on auto renew.
wow, people have become a bit more savvy since the last time.
Let's see who got it right. Well done. You get points.
Way down. I have no points. See if I
Who's
can
next?
improve.
It is your turn.
Yeah.
All right, buckle in. I've got one for you.
And it's all decided in the final round anyway. Cough drop consumption. Abuse.
What percentage of people suck on cough drops even when they don't have sore throats?
I would say
I know a lot of singers use it to basically keep their, when they're doing a lot of people that are doing talking and stuff. So I'm going to say 65.
65%.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Higher or lower?
I know singers using people like
I'm going to gamble.
The vote is lower. And the correct answer is
probably much lower. Yep.
Oh,
41%.
God damn it.
Not terrible. You get a few points at least.
Don't conflate the entertainment industry numbers.
With random people
it
surveyed
right.
on the internet.
Points.
As much as the
And
entertainment
what have
industry
we
would
here?
love to say
Great
that they are
answer.
the voice of the people,
Double
they are not
points
the
for
voice of the
saying
people.
much lower.
Well, it might be an interesting
who's up next?
matchup for the end then.
Breathe it in.
Let's see.
This next question doesn't apply to Oscar the
I was
Grouch.
expecting fires.
Very American stuff.
Yeah.
What percentage of people have eaten something out of a trash can?
Not as high as I think.
31%. All right, what do you think?
I want to say we've had this question before.
It's unanimous again. Okay, let's see the right answer.
32%. Damn you, game!
24.
24%. Well.
Really annoying. Originally went maybe 25, but I'll stop at 31 because meh. But I'll
Let's see
take
who
I'll
got it
take
right.
some points.
Nice job. I've got some points for you. And what have we here? Ah, that's too bad. That answer was closer than 15%. Shouldn't have doubled down.
Never mind, Eric. You're still second. Or first even.
Still first.
Nice.
Didn't get
Final
enough points.
round.
Final
But it
round
makes the final
time.
round interesting.
We
It does.
baked
Everyone's
dozens
close,
of focus
bunched up
groups
now.
to determine the most popular answers to this question. What's the first city that comes to mind when people think of Europe? Now let's see the answers.
Europe. Remember the word is Europe.
Yes.
You get 3 guesses. Try to pick the most popular answers to get the most points. Ready?
England
go!
is not a city. Neither is France. What the fuck, guys?
That's what people have answered. I'm going to take a gamble on it.
I don't believe it. It's gonna be
Don't forget to use all 3 of your picks.
England, France,
Running out of time, Hedge.
and something
There you go.
stupid.
All right, let's see what everyone picked.
Right, lowest answers: London, Amsterdam, Paris,
And what are the most popular answers?
Berlin won, England, France. Thank God. 4. Nice. Nice.
And Paris,
Paris,
everyone picked.
But I don't think we've beaten Eric.
Because everyone picked Paris. So.
Who's my hero? Who's my hero? It's...
Breathe it in.
Yep.
Hey!
Eric, a good victory.
I stayed at the bottom consistently. I am a consistent bottom.
Congratulations! You seem to know everyone's secrets. Remind me never to cross them.
That was cool. We managed to get someone to play in for the game winning, and they won.
And they won.
Yeah, well done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, very
Average
good.
percent off for me, 24%.
Wow.
I know nothing.
So the average percent difference between myself and Eric there was equal.
Yes.
So that's not a bad run.
And
yeah.
Xavier was only 9% off,
Yeah,
but
so-
only came third.
He was best at guessing, but just failed with all the high rolls, I guess.
Getting the right answers, or getting in the right segment. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Those double downs are the hardest ones, because it's like, do you risk the double down? And sometimes we've seen it where it's like, okay, it's lower and it does drop into the double down bit, even though we don't believe it's in the single digit percentages.
Yes.
Fun games they were. But that was it. That was Jackbox.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a Jackbox
We,
game today.
we do have enough time for some done and dusted.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we've got a jingle for that.
we do.
Yeah.
He says.
He says, remembering where the jingles
I
are.
know where the jingles are, it's just the jingle machine had turned itself into standby mode. So I had to unstand by it.
Understand by.
Yes, but here's a jingle.
It's that time where the cast of TigerTails Radio review stuff badly. This is Done and Dusted.
Yeah. So this is...
Mr. Xavier did his homework.
Yeah, this is the BBC drama serial of His Dark Materials,
Yep.
which we have talked about season 1 for, or TK has talked
Yes,
about
we talked about season 1 in previous seasons.
Yep. So season 1 was the first book. Season 2 is the second book. Now the air quotations are there for a reason, because I've read the first book, I know what's about the first book, and I've read some of the second book. I know what goes on in the second book. So when I started season 2, episode 1, I was fully expecting a certain thing to start. And kind of did. In the previously on section.
in the recap.
Recap, here's all of the beginning of book 2. Sorry, what?
Because it had been done during season 1.
Yeah, because I understand why for the decision, because season 2 brings the two main characters of... This is really
The trilogy.
Of the trilogy, which technically they aren't really the main characters, because there's one main character of the trilogy, and then there's this guy who turns up from book 2 onwards. My comparison will be based on the book that I read compared to the characters portrayed. We've had the film, which could be considered a travesty in certain ways.
And we will be ignoring it.
We now have the TV series. So this is picking up following, if you've read the books, the lead lass, Lyra, having crossed the bridge from her world into this new world and trying to hunt down her father. Background music good. She has no idea what the fuck's going on. She does find the city that was in the Northern Lights, which was why the book in America was called The Northern Lights, and then turned to Golden Compass, because that was the main MacGuffin of the book. And she goes into the city and encounters Will Perry, who was introduced in season 1, who is from our world, who slid into this one.
Right.
There apparently was a portal he walked through, although from reading the book, I want to swear blind, he did something to open the portal, but my memory could be very wrong, because it's been a while since I started reading book 2.
In the TV series, he goes in through a portal that had been previously used by members of the Magisterium, the religious faction,
Magisterium,
who are basically in control.
Yeah, these are the people from Lyra's universe that are religious-ish looking, and apparently evil until you meet every other fucking character in the series.
Yeah, Philip Pullman's analogy for the Catholic Church, basically. So.
Yeah, which would be great, except every other fucking character is evil, altruistic, wants to fuck everyone else over, and it's like, the good guys. Oh, they died. The good guys. Oh, well, there's this lass. I can slightly empathise with her, that's fine. But then you introduce Will Perry.
He's just a kid.
He's just a kid who killed someone.
Oh.
Didn't mean to.
Yeah, I know he didn't mean to. In the book, however, I very clearly got that he was a bit more of an asshole than he came across in the series.
Maybe they had to tone him down a bit for relatability.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. He felt more like an asshole. Because my comparison is to the book, and Lyra was more intelligent in the book, and at least a bit more aware in the book. Whereas here, she has walked into a universe that's different from hers, and suddenly she's having difficulty when encountering people who are not of her universe in believing that they could be different. Oh boy. And she's the daughter of Lord Ares, or whatever his name is. Some angelic name. I can't fucking remember, even though I've watched the episode today.
I can't remember. No, I could remember until you mentioned that.
Yeah, and Lady, I'm not quite the character you thought from the book. Oh. But effectively...
Right, so, Mrs. Coulter is the name.
Yeah,
Lord Asriel is...
Lord Asriel.
There you go.
Lots of religious symbology, which would be great because you go, oh yeah, he's double downing on evil, but everyone's fucking evil or morally grey to the point where they could be... It's like, who are the good guys?
Just like
Armoured
actual
bears.
people.
Yeah, they're like, who are the good guys? Armoured bears. What do they do? Murder people. Okay, well, moving on.
Yeah, because good and evil aren't exactly black and white.
No,
and
it's not black and white.
This series isn't afraid to go there.
No, but there are a few differences, not just from the editing of how the positioning of everything in the book is, because there's several major components, there's several major MacGuffins that exist. The Golden Compass is one, which answers questions. Doesn't necessarily give you the truth. Just does answer your questions.
The Golden Compass is
the Golden Compass
description of the Golden Compass.
Aethiometer.
The alethiometer.
Alethiometer, and
it will give you the truth.
No, it's there as a thing that you can ask questions for. Very few people can read it. Lyra is one of them. And
very few people can read it instinctually.
Yeah,
Lyra can. The Magisterium have spent time and scholars learning how to.
Yeah.
But yes, it would always tell the truth from what I believe. It's just you need to interpret it correctly.
Well, it would always tell a truth, but you ask it questions.
Yeah.
The information you got was interesting. But you also have in this the other MacGuffin, which is the subtle knife, which is the way to open portals.
Yeah. From what I can remember, one side of the blade opens portals, the other side can cut through pretty much any matter.
Yeah. Because
a subtle knife, it kind of sounds like something which will cut a tomato, but only when you're not looking.
Not quite. And this is another MacGuffin that is tied with the universes, because our universe and Lyra's universe and the one in the middle, all tied with the idea of travelling between different universes. There's also the concept of dust, there's also the concept of dark matter, there's also all of this science stuff that exists, that Lyra was taught in Oxford, so therefore she's intelligent. So tell me why it feels like she's a fucking idiot.
Because she's a kid?
She was a smart kid. The moment she ran into Will, it was like, my IQ.
But she's in a world she doesn't really understand anymore. So she's basically going back to square one.
Yeah. But I feel they kind of taken away...
Also, she's just lost her friend Roger.
Yeah, oh yeah, Roger died.
She's
Roger
not going to be in an emotionally happy place right now.
Yes, well, kind of-ish, maybe. She stropped a little bit. Moving on.
Apparently, episode 2 is a lot better than episode 1. I
hope so. But I think some of the big things is you start to notice, if you've read the books, the differences, because... Book 1 focuses entirely on Lyra's universe. Her journey as practically an orphan. She doesn't know who her parents were. Going through
Oxford, being kidnapped, being rescued, finding out being adopted by, picked up by a mother who you discover is the person in charge of the kidnappers, running away to a bunch of people who then explain stuff and go, oh, by the way, your father is really this hero. So you go looking for your father only to discover your father's an asshole.
No, she knew who her father was. To my remembrance, because she wanted to travel with him. Because he was never home and she would always get upset by this.
There was some bullshit that was going on.
And then
travel to the north because bears and the northern lights, discover submarine military base, scientific place. Here's the interesting bit: scientific place where everyone's evil, but science is good. But also under the control of the Ministerium, but also science is good. Where
the science was being corrupted by the Magisterium because they wanted to learn. Well, they wanted to try and hush up the secret of dust.
Yeah, which they think is sin.
Yeah, dust being the equivalent of sin.
Whereas
they think.
the Lord Asriel, who is the father, goes, well, if this exists and is sin, why don't I go to every universe and destroy sin? Whereas Mrs. Coulter basically goes, well, why can't I just wangle my way into everybody's...
Well, Mrs. Coulter was the leader of the Gobblers, and the Gobblers were there kidnapping all the children because what Mrs. Xavier has failed to mention yet is that every single person in Lyra's world has a demon.
The animals.
And they're a little animal companion, basically, that's part, basically, of their soul.
The bunny is better than anything off of fucking Worship Down.
I know, right? That modern
I thought everyone was like, oh, you got the polar bear. The polar bear is great.
Yeah, basically,
all of the animals
everyone's got a demon, which is great.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a demon, you're kind of weird. But when you get older...
It takes a fixed shape. It's amorphous until you become an adult. This is also another theme, because in this first episode you encounter the world and the rules of this world, which is you don't learn specifically, but adults get fucked up by what's called spectres, although in this does look like hair.
So far
it's just hey, anime girl hair.
No.
Will doesn't have a demon, which Lyra finds very peculiar.
Yeah.
Will finds Lyra's demon very peculiar.
Because it's a talking animal that morphs.
Yeah.
However,
other people... when they get old enough, your thing will lock. But the Magisterium are under the kind of belief now that all this dust and things doesn't seem to affect children. They retain their innocence, but as you get older and your demon locks, you basically become susceptible to sin. So if we can separate kids from their demons, maybe they will stay dust-proof.
And she did encounter in the book people who've had their demon removed.
Yeah, and they were basically like human zombies.
Yeah, and which was another thing that was like, she ran into Will and it was like very surprised that she'd run into someone who didn't have a demon, despite running into people who didn't have a demon. The fact that they was probably human was fine, but this is the thing, the books.
Yeah, well, he didn't have a demon and was fine, whereas all the people she had run into previously were not fine.
Were
very not
husks,
fine.
Yeah. And these themes do transition. We've only seen one episode. There are differences that I've already seen. It does look like they're wanting to put... The BBC drama is wanting to put more conflict in this, because there is also the Witches' Council, which is really interesting to see. And then you sit there and you go, who's this character that's going off to do the thing?
Yeah.
And why?
Well,
because that's the character who did it in the book. So why is she here?
Reasons that will probably become explained over the next 6 episodes, because there's only 7 episodes in the season.
Reasons, because they want conflict within the witches thing, and then inevitably they're going to have something that suddenly makes that insert character better than the actual character who did the thing, and at the end of the day she was right all along because of diversity.
Well, it's a joint production between HBO and the BBC, so...
Yeah, so thanks BBC, you've managed to fuck up another book.
Oh, God.
Well, you say that. We haven't learned that yet.
No, but...
I mean, they're not going to Doctor Who it, at least.
No, not yet. But well, here's the good things that I would like from it. There is some proper production value to what's going on. There are proper sets, there is proper exploration, the daemons work. They actually make sense.
Oh, on the thought of sets, actually, do you know where they filmed all the scenes in the
beach?
Yeah,
the beach town.
That beach town.
Yeah.
Do you know where they filmed them?
Wait.
No, but I'm thinking it's a real place because
Right.
the architecture just looks wrong.
You're thinking it's a real place because the architecture looks wrong.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like, it looks perfect. It's fake. It looks wrong. Yeah, it's going to be a real place.
No, it was a studio set.
Oh, it was a studio
They
set.
built it.
Oh, that's okay.
They built a beach.
Well, it wasn't just a beach. It was a brilliant, like, Mediterranean style, up to a church clock tower town, and lovely little houses and really rich backgrounds, which I like. So that's good. They have the plot elements, which is good. The Golden Compass has a defined property, and it looks like it does the thing. We've seen the subtle knife in the trailer, and Lord Azrael is played by a commanding presence. Now we move on to the faults. The casting of Mrs. Coulter.
She was the same in the first series. She was fine.
She doesn't have the presence that I think Miss Coulter should have. I read the book, and it was a case of, here is this woman who, on the drop of a dime, can go from really pleasant to, I am a fucking cow. And the words are there, but I don't feel it from the actress. It's like, I am going to torture you now. Clip, clip.
Well, that's what I kind of like it. It's the whole less is more thing. It lets you... you can see what she's doing. You can kind of get a tone, and she's not in your face with it. It is a very subtle kind of interpretation.
You can have subtle acting, but you can feel the malevolence with something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel it with her.
I just don't, because for me the character was always a veneer over the manipulation. So dealing with the Magisterium, there was always the extremely professional veneer, and then when the backs were turned, the veneer dropped. Dealing with Lyra, happy family mother veneer, and then suddenly it dropped when Lyra started being
a cow.
Disobedient.
It's like the nurse from Return to Oz. She says things very matter-of-factly and primly, but you know she's kind of like itching to basically electrocute Dorothy.
I'd equate Mrs. Coulter to GLaDOS, really.
It's not a case of it's a case of the veneer is believable, but it's shocking when it's stripped away. That's the thing.
And how quickly it gets stripped away.
Yeah, it's not a case of, oh, we know you're sinister. If you've read the book, you know she's sinister. But the idea is, the character is someone who really is good at acting unlike her actual self. Everything in the first book, it was like, you were sus because she was trying to be good, and because her demon played up. She was good, but a demon played up. And that was what made you more or less sus. But she came across as a good person, which is why you bought in. If it was so easy for people to see that she wasn't, that was my downside. But then there's the casting is always going to be difficult because it's a BBC thing, and most of these people I don't recognise. What is coming in book 2 I am aware of, so it will be interesting to see how much they then pull from book 3, because I feel
they have said that they weren't able to do book 2 exactly.
Yeah.
But Philip Pullman has seen everything, and he is satisfied and happy with what they have done. There is some kind of original material in there as well to help build out the bits that they weren't able to interpret from the books. But they've said that they've not strayed from Philip Pullman's kind of vision.
Yeah.
And Philip is happy with the results.
Unlike The Watch, which is a Terry Pratchett inspired by Die in a Fire thing that's come to BBC America, but will, interestingly enough, not be streaming on many things. And we don't know when it's coming to the UK.
Maybe never, because people would kill it.
Well, they already are killing it. I've sat there and they've gone, oh yeah, we've advertised it on very specific stuff in America, and I'm sat there going, this is Terry motherfucking Pratchett. Why the fuck isn't it on English BBC?
Anyway, yes, so if you're in the UK, you can catch up on the His Dark Materials.
Episode 2 has
aired last night. And
How
it's
many
on BBC
episodes is
iPlayer. 7.
7. So
it was supposed to be 8, but thanks COVID.
Yeah, they're going to be trying to fill as much as possible. So it will be interesting to see what they put in. I have a feeling from the first episode they're going to be trying to escalating the conflict and escalating into book 3
Just so they could try and get the third series.
The Amber Spyglass.
Yep.
Because that is the book which suddenly goes away from
That's the third one?
the third book, and it suddenly goes away from religious overtones and shit. It suddenly goes into physics.
Yeah.
Deal with it. It's like, oh yeah, there's multiple universes. Physics. Okay. That's how I've had some of this explained. It's like, oh yeah, fantasy. It's a bit sci-fi-y, bit of you know, comparisons to stuff, and then it's a case of multi-universe theory, chaos theory,
and dark matter.
physics. Have fun with the third book, because you know, we recommend it if you're going into a physics degree.
Oh, and by the way, there's a new trilogy coming out.
There is.
The first two books have already been released.
There is a new trilogy.
Yes, there is.
I'm not too fussed. I've got all of Brandon Sanderson's stuff to go through, so I am not too worried. If I could have continued through book 2, because I think that was the hard thing. I did book 1, that I enjoyed that. Book 2, the introduction of Will Perry and what was going on there kind of stalled me horrendously. It's like fucking Sora, Roxas. Oh fuck.
Yeah. So the first trilogy we know about, that was the whole
Dark Materials.
Thing. The second trilogy is called the Book of Dust.
Going back to the main plot of the first book, I say.
Well, it's novels set before, during, and after his Dark Materials.
Oh god.
First book was on 2017. The second book was published in 2019. So should get the third book in a couple of years. And
at least he's publishing books, unlike
there's also been
George R. Martin.
There's also been a couple of short stories as well, and mini things. So yeah, there's bits and bobs laying around.
Yeah, I can't say it was my favourite series. I loved the first book, but the stalling as I got into the second book was a problem, which is a shame because I've managed to read some horrendous trash. I've managed to read like Twilight quite easily.
Ugh.
And I got so far through Harry Potter purely because it was like, plot? What the fuck's that? Oh wait, last 3 books. Here, have some plot.
Have all of the plot.
It's like,
all of it.
Why is the final book 3 times the size of the first book? Plot. Why isn't half of that spread across the other books? Well, because the 2 books before also had plot. Why wasn't any... Well, we didn't want to confuse our readers.
They were building up slowly.
I just spent a fucking chapter reading about Harry being emo over fucking girly girl when he really should have just had a slap from his best mate going, "You're a tosser, Harry." Oh wait, that would have been Ron, and no one takes Ron seriously.
Because Ron's a Weasley.
Even though Ron is a psychic.
What?
Yeah. Whenever he says anything kind of meaningful and serious, he's always wrong. Whenever he says something glib and off the cuff, he's always right.
Ron is one of those really bizarre characters because it's like, oh yeah, he comes from an idiot family, yet he has the tactical mind to beat people at wizarding chess.
Yep.
I was like, okay, oh yeah, and his brother goes off and, you know, wrangles dragons. Okay. Oh, and his other brother got into government. The Weasleys are crap, you say?
And his dad works in the ministry as well.
Yeah, his dad works in the ministry, and he's got another brother who's like off doing something else. And I'm sat there going, why don't they have money? You've just listed off people who would literally go, oh, I need to send money home to the parents. Okay, bring out the fucking chests, off you go. It was a very weird dichotomy with the Weasleys. And then you've got Hermione, who's relatively well off, who is a muggle, who then is an uber genius and knows it, which is why she's annoying. But yet everyone then tries to get into her face, and it's like, right, we're in a school of magic, right? Yeah. And you're picking on the only person who's reading years in advance of us. Yeah. Right, let me rephrase that. You're picking on the person who knows how to do more magic than you do. Yeah. Let me rephrase this again. You're picking on the person that can kick your ass. No, she can't. Ah!
And then she punches you.
Yes.
Slytherin are superior. That's not cunning. Slytherin are superior. Still not cunning. But we are vastly superior to muggles. You are a moron!
You don't have to be cunning to be in Slytherin. That's just one of the potentials. It's also
the claim of
ambitious.
Ambitious, yes. And it's like, yes, he has ambition in spades. Unfortunately, Malfoy is a fucking moron. Draco Malfoy is a complete twat. If he honestly had gone into the home of the dark, sneaky, cunning, ambitious wizards, it would be a case of, Malfoy, you do realise we all know where you sleep. Oh, but no one would touch me because my father. How would you even find out, you tosser? I could make myself invisible and kick your ass down the corridor. I can turn your shoes to be literal ice skates so you will fall flat on your ass. You don't even know how to fucking break the spell down to know it was me. Oh, but clearly it was you because you've said this. I could kill you in your sleep, you fucking twat, and there are people of more years who know more.
Except you couldn't, because you wouldn't be able to get into the common room.
If I was in Slytherin, which is quite likely, because me, be like, yeah.
You'd be a Hufflepuff.
I would not be a Hufflepuff.
Oh,
I would not sit there making tea.
Right, to Pottermore, we need to find out what Pete's house is.
I'm a fucking Slytherin, we've done this before.
Isn't it everyone? Nobody wants to be in Hufflepuff.
Oh no, the thing about Hufflepuff is Hufflepuffs are loyal, Hufflepuffs are brave, Hufflepuffs are boring.
Hufflepuffs are good cooks.
We literally ran Harry Potter games where it was like you get into Hufflepuff, and Hufflepuff dorm room was fantastic because they made tea and had cake.
They were next to the kitchens.
and they also they have them at the easiest way to get in. It's like, here's a barrel, tap on it, Helga Hufflepuff. Congratulations, you're now inside. Wow!
It did feel like the special kids group.
Yeah,
but the other thing was Hufflepuff. No fucking worries. It's like, okay, are we expected to win Quidditch? Nah. Are we expected to excel? Nah.
You just exist.
Are we expected to deal with fucking, a Snape? Nah.
Are we expected to have bitch-assing parties right next to the kitchen? Hell yeah, we are.
That was the daft thing. It was like Hufflepuff was the easy route. It was like, okay.
You know they were called Hufflepuff because they were all just high, right?
Yeah. And then there was Ravenclaw, the intelligent people, which was hilarious because it's like, right, okay, I'm going to school and there's an entire section of people who are uber intelligent. Okay, I'm going to go make friends with one of them because then I can get them to help with my homework. But that would be bad.
That wouldn't work because they'd be smart enough to work that shit out and go, no, do your own homework.
Yeah, well, this is why I'm being Slytherin, because it's a case of, aha, we can make a deal.
Whereas, according to Pottermore, I am in Ravenclaw.
Really?
Yeah, which is weird. It's so fucking weird.
Is that one you wanted?
I didn't mind it. I suppose it's better than Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
And certainly better than Slytherin.
I want to be in Hufflepuff, said no wizard ever.
Exactly.
that was the hilarious thing. But then, for me, Slytherin is like, oh yeah, it's designed to make you utilise the tools, but the idiots they put in, Crabbe and Goyle. Seriously. It's like, the only thing Crabbe and Goyle did was make Malfoy look good, and Malfoy was so far down the fucking scale.
You got to wonder why it was like, oh, Neville Longbottom wasn't very good. It's like, have you seen these two? Seen these two?
Yeah, Neville Longbottom wasn't very good. Okay, so he survived an Immobilis curse. He basically overcame his fear of Snape. Let's be honest, his greatest fear was a fucking professor, and his teacher made him face it and overcome it.
Yep.
Not so much overcome it. Just cast a spell to make it less scary.
Yes. You have to have the confidence to cast the spell, because if you don't have the confidence to overcome your fear, the spell fails. That was the point of that wibbly wobbly fucking neo-Italiano bullshit wordy play magic that she created. I'm sorry, Avada Kedavra. Jesus Christ.
Avada Kedavra.
The killing curse
Yes.
that can get blocked by a physical object. Yes!
Can get blocked by a physical object.
But not by a magical object.
Oh.
You're telling me I can block the most powerful spell by using Wingardium Leviosa on a table? Yes!
If you're quick enough.
Yes,
Which
of course
you
I'm
won't be.
quick enough. Because what do they teach you entirely through the first year? In one sole lesson. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Do it more. Wingardium Leviosa. Write a paper on Wingardium Leviosa.
So sad.
It's like you actually have PTSD from using Wingardium Leviosa so fucking often.
Swish and flick.
Again, it was
Wingardium Leviosa.
literally an entire classroom filled with boys, and it's like, okay, you're going to need to improve your technique on swish and flick.
Yeah. Swish and...
You need to improve your wrist action, boys.
Yes.
It will serve you well in later life.
Like, not one inappropriate comment. It's like, are we immune to sex? To sex?
They're 11! They're too young for that. Bullshit! They're too young for that in a capacity which we can have displayed in text or screen.
No, it's, we're too not going to address that fact. And when they hit puberty, we're too not going to address that fact. We're not going to address the crush, except in a crush way. Whereas really, in reality, maudlin fucking letters, mixed tapes, singing outside the fucking dorm room. Oh my god, we've got magic, so literally Valentine's Day would be hell before twat features turned up and literally bought in cherubs to deliver Valentine's Day cards. Seriously, it's like, okay, it's Valentine's Day, we're gonna be sharing the card. The fuck you will. The pranks were the best bit, and they didn't properly fill that out, because it's like, are you telling me I could literally do anything? Yeah, but you just have to do it so the caretaker can't find you. You mean I could distract the caretaker by using a magic trick that he can't investigate and then play pranks on people? Yeah. What fucking school am I at? It's like, okay, these students are assholes. Oh, terribly sorry, Crab and Goyle. Your robes have disappeared and you're just in your pants. You're going to need to go back to your room and change by crossing the entirety of the hall. Go on, walk down the hall. It's like, seriously, it's like Hogwarts, but not thought of by a person who's ever gone to a fucking school. Seriously, it's a case of, right, why are you working out? Because when the inevitable happens and somehow all my clothes are evaporated and I only have a towel, I would like to at least look good when I have to walk naked across Hogwarts to my dorm. And when the teachers come along, I can say, when they ask me, why am I not in school uniform? Fucking magic! Need I say more? I'm going to get my other robes. Or detention. Fucking magic that you teach.
Well,
in which case,
we teach you how to block spells, Mr. Weasley.
Bollocks to you!
Practicing this.
Bollocks to you!
You've got...
They never taught them how to defend themselves.
They had a whole class called that.
They literally have a lesson called Defense Against the Dark Arts with retarded teachers every single year. The best one got outed as a werewolf, and they turned to Harry to learn how to defend himself because of plot. He was the person who got picked on by everybody, so he had to learn to defend himself. So literally the only reason why Harry knew any magic was because Hermione forced him, the plot forced him, and not one fucking teacher helped. Granted, he didn't actually ask because they literally had a champion duelist in Flitwick, a goddamn excellent transfigurer in McGonagall. Snape was a dick, but if he'd gone up to him and said, yeah, I know you've got problems with my dad and this isn't the best way, but seriously, if I want to pass my class, what do I need to do?
But he didn't know that until, like, was it the 5th
Yes, explain to me why he refused to talk to anybody. I want to know about my family. Then talk to the headmaster. You know, the guy you literally learn the fucking where the office is and... Oh, I live under the stairs.
Yeah, but besides that...
I think Xavier's been off his Valium.
Harry Potter is frustrating because it creates a world where has to sit in this room because of the spell reasons when you exist in a world where magic exists, and it's a case of, oh, we're Death Eaters, we know shit. I go to a school that teach me all the shit that you learnt, plus I am a vindictive teenager. Come at me, bro. I can kill you. That's fine. I can make your legs turn to jelly.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, fuck that. I'll get that curse that Lockhart used to remove bones from Harry's arm.
Oh, no, that was just
That
because he
wasn't a
didn't
curse.
know magic.
That was ineptitude. That was an accident.
We
That was
swear.
Brachium
Ineptitude.
Amendo. That's
Yeah,
not even a spell.
It is, because it worked. So it's a spell. We'd learn that shit, and it's a case of,
I
you want to...
I think it was just literally the wand went, okay.
No.
I think it's like,
It
okay.
cast. We've seen when miscast happens.
Yeah.
We know when miscast happens. This cast, it's a spell. We learn that shit.
However,
you have no legs.
Miscast we've seen with Neville Longbottom where the feather exploded.
Yes.
So there's a good
Seamus
chance
Finnegan where the potion
if you
exploded.
miscast, you could blow somebody up.
Well, there's also a spell for that,
Just learn
unfortunately.
Sectum Sempra.
Yeah.
That's, ow, you're stabbing me with little needles.
Or in better one, the moving people up in the air. It's a case of, do you know how to fly? No. Do now. Do you know how to land?
Wingardium Leviosa.
No, it's not Wingardium Leviosa.
No, that's objects. There's another one, Mobley Corpus. But the daft thing is, wizards inherently, clearly, are
Is it
actually
Levercorpus?
tougher than normal people
Yes.
because of the sheer amount of bullshit that happens at the school. So this is the other thing. Oh, the parents are complaining that, murder and death and monsters are roaming the school. Yes, they're called students.
Hogwarts, safest place.
Have you not learned to defend yourself, Mr. Weasley?
No, because you never teach me anything aside from how to fucking change a needle into a mouse or a mouse into a needle.
I believe it was a water goblet.
Yeah, it was.
I believe it was a matchstick into a needle.
Taking a needle. It's like, oh, this will
And
teach you
the
the
mouse in the
principles.
water goblet.
It's like, I would like to learn how I
And
create
it's weird.
a wall of stone.
Who would have thought the Transfiguration teacher would teach them Transfiguration?
Yes, I will teach you how to turn this into this. Brilliant. Now tell me how to create a wall out of fucking nothing. Why would you want to know that? Hold on. I'm in the year with Harry Potter. Why would I might want to learn how to defend myself with ramparts? Oh, could it be? They're gonna try and kill him this year.
And next year.
year.
In fact, every year.
Every year. I was but Voldemort isn't. Voldemort, who shall not be named, is not actually around. Are you fucking kidding me? The entire school knew Voldemort was around because it was like, do you want to be friends with Harry? No, I want to live. It's like, seriously, that universe frustrates me so much.
We'd never have guessed.
I love aspects.
I think before we end up going on for another hour, we should probably...
Yeah, because that's been an
now
impressive...
10:30.
Yeah, you started this rant at about 5:02.
Yeah.
You've gone on for about
yeah.
30 minutes, maybe
About
33.
20 minutes, about 20 minutes, maybe a bit.
It was 5 to 10 when you started the rant because I was about to start wrapping up the show. It's now 27 minutes past the hour.
Well, this is one thing I would like to introduce for season 13 because it can be a monthly podcast.
Yeah.
Xavier gets angry at things.
Not the live show, it's a podcast.
Where we can then actually do this because there is a lot that I think would be worthwhile discussing, and we've already bracketed it with this episode with 2 really good topics: Sonic, Harry Potter. Content for days. But yeah, we need to wrap up.
Yes, we do,
this
we
is
do.
TigerTails Radio. Thank you very much for watching. We are on every Monday at 8:30. Jackbox Games around about 9. That's all GMT. We do have TigerTails Gaming. I stream on Fridays 8:30. Games that kick my ass. And then over the weekend, stream and chill. Currently Vagrant Story. If you want to find us, we are on TigerTailsRadio.co.uk, TigerTailsGaming.co.uk. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe on the YouTubes. This is episode 48. We are coming to the end of season 13 and we'll be finishing before Christmas. If you haven't done your Christmas shopping, do it now, guys. But now for a round of good nights as I slowly melt. It's a good night from me, Xavier Wolf.
It's a good night from me, Hedgie.
And it's a good night from me, TK. Thank you very much for watching or listening to this episode of TigerTails Radio. As Xavier says, we shall return next week at 8:30 UK time with... Well, after this show, I've no bleeding idea. You have to tune in and find out.
Three more episodes.
4.
49, 50, 51, 52. 4 more episodes. I'm ill. Leave me alone.
On that note, it's night-night, everybody.
Night.